All right, so here's the thing. There's many places to consider when we're talking about the Denver Metro North area and where to live. Today, we're going to really highlight Westminster and the best reasons why you should be moving there.
Yeah, the top 3 reasons including affordability, the Westminster Downtown, and accessibility.
All right, let's go. All right, welcome back, guys. Your Colorado real estate family, Pete and Chelsea Sweeney here, and we love making videos about the Colorado Denver Metro North area for you and your family and what to consider when moving into this area. We're a family ourselves, and we love to bring these videos so you have a good idea of kind of what area to choose for your kids, for your family, and whatever it might be. As a mother, a father, we're here to kind of give you the resources you need to make a quick decision. So if you guys could, give us a text, a call. The number's gonna be right below. Give us a thumbs up on this video. Maybe hit that subscribe if you haven't done so already. So here we go. Today we're gonna be talking about the top 3 reasons that you wanna move into the Westminster area.
Yeah, we're going to start with affordability. And when I talk about affordability, I'm talking about housing. This is an area where if you're looking for something, you're going to find it. And the reason being is Westminster has 2 different types of areas. The really kind of older established area and then the brand new or newer area kind of in between. So it's really weird the way that it works. You know, we kind of start like Westminster as 72nd, which is running east and west, and we kind of say that's where it starts, even though, you know, the property lines are a little crazy down there. But if you look at 72nd, we're talking about going north from there. So 72nd to about 92nd, so about 20 blocks worth, but very wide, is kind of a newer or an older area. So really established homes, lots of brick homes in some of those areas. Oh, yeah. Actually, Peter knows this area very well because he grew up there. But in fact, all his family are a couple blocks away from each other. There's the brick houses, older established area. Not a lot of space really to build in that spot. But if you're looking for a more affordable house, you know, that's going to be kind of where it's at. Then you're going 92nd north, and it almost goes to about 160th. Yeah. So 92nd all the way up to 160th. So a lot. So between 92nd though and about 100 and I'd say 44th or so, you're going to see newer homes. They're not brand new necessarily. There's a couple in there, but they're not brand new, but you're going to see some newer homes, 2000s, things like that. And then when you start getting to 136th and north, or 144th and north, it's going to be brand new builds. So you really get it all. And it's funny how it kind of goes older, you know, and newer the further north you go. So I think as far as affordability, you're going to find what you're looking for. We have a little bit of everything in Westminster. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, definitely in the older part, you know, you got your houses mainly established in, like, I'd say the 50s, 60s, right around there. Like I said, the area that I grew up in. And if you watch one of our other videos, you hear me mention Arvada all the time too. So that's kind of my younger part of my childhood was in Arvada, and then my older part was in Westminster. So Westminster High School and all that stuff. Where I grew up, really familiar with the area, and it's just crazy how much it's changed just since I was a kid. You know, it's like my grandma still lives in the house that she bought brand new back in the 50s. My dad still lives in the same house he bought before I was born. So my family's all kind of right in and around there.
And one of our first homes together too was about 4 blocks away from them.
Oh yeah.
So we were right there all together.
Yeah, and it's dangerous there too because there's a little Mexican joint called Los Arcos that you don't want to live too close to it because they have great margaritas and great Mexican food, and you put on about 15 pounds after a couple months. So we tried we tried walking more because, man, that Mexican food it's addictive. So cool. All right, on to our next thing. We're going to talk about the number 2 reason to move to Westminster is the Westminster Downtown. This is all the craze about Westminster right now, is the Westminster Downtown. It used to be called the Westminster Mall. Back in the day, it was one of those great spots. So we mentioned in another video talking about, you know, how they had the hot air balloons inside the mall and all that stuff and everything. That completely got demolished. It's all torn down, and now you got the Westminster Downtown. This is going to be the huge epicenter of the city of Westminster. They've got, you know, pretty much eat, work, live, play, everything all in one, and it's all I think, man, it's all the way up to like 8 stories high is some of the highest points, but you have all your shopping right in there. You have salons, all kinds of different restaurants. It's all getting developed like crazy. They have the light rail station that's going in right by there. So just a heads up, Westminster is going to have 3 light rail stations, and one of those is going to be right next to that Westminster Downtown. But yeah, the Westminster Downtown, it's been a long time coming too, and it's still going to be going for a little while. I don't remember, how long did you mention
like
that
20
one time?
to 50 years of full development.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time to get that thing fully developed, but it's going to be huge. Hopefully you're kind of catching a few pictures as we're talking right now about what that kind of looks like. We'll probably throw some drone footage in after the fact so you can kind of get a overview of how big this place is really going to be. But it's been the talk for a long time. You know, I remember back when the Westminster Mall was still up, we were like, what the heck are they going to do with this? Because it was so stagnant for the longest time. It was just the mall. It was the hip place when I was a kid, and became the place where it's like, who would go to the Westminster Mall? That place is horrible. And then they ended up buying it and tearing it down, and now it's going to be the hottest spot in Westminster right now. So
it's funny. The only thing that survived the demolish was JCPenney's.
Yeah.
JCPenney's was one of the larger stores on the outskirts of Westminster Mall, and when it was all getting developed, it looked really funny because they tore everything down but this old JCPenney's. And so anybody who's watching this that's been to Westminster, it's just really funny watching everything be built around it.
JCPenney and Olive Garden.
And Olive Garden, yep.
Those are the 2 spots
Those were the two.
that made it. And it's funny, if you go there now, JCPenney, they still haven't done the outside. I don't even know if they are, but it has the old, like, probably 80s or 70s style brick and stuff, but the rest of it's all brand new. So
Yeah, not sure how it survived,
yeah,
but it made it.
Yeah, it made it through. I mean, yeah, everything else, Sears and everything, man, the bowling alley, but they redid the bowling alley.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the other thing too is right across the street from the Westminster, we found that cool little brewery too. So even the surrounding area from this new Westminster Downtown, it's kind of going. I mean, they're really rebuilding, or not rebuilding, but kind of bringing in some really nice new local businesses right around it too.
Oh man, what's that brewery? No,
it'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come.
The third thing that we want to talk about, and one of the main reasons that we want you to move to Westminster, is because of its accessibility. So Westminster is not far from Arvada, and if you look, we do a lot of videos on Arvada too. But the one thing that I will say is Westminster is a lot easier to get to than a lot of the surrounding cities, even the ones right next to them. And the reason is because of Highway 36. Highway 36 is so from Denver, you would take Interstate 25 north, and then there's this little shortcut across, from Denver to Boulder, and right through the center of that is Westminster. Yep. So if you're trying to get to Westminster, it is so easy. In fact, the exit for Westminster is right next to Westminster Downtown. Yep. So it is super accessible. It takes off about 15 minutes of a drive to any of the other surrounding areas just by taking Highway 36. So it's just the accessibility is insane. And then, obviously the light rail. Oh yeah, the light rail station. Like I said, as I mentioned, they're going to have 3 different stations in Westminster. I think 2 of them are open right now, and then the third one up at Church Ranch. That one's going to be opening here soon. But yeah, I mean, just like she said, you have Denver, and then you have Boulder, and Westminster is boom right in the center of it. And so it's like, whether you're going to be working in Denver or Boulder, because those are our 2 larger cities in the Denver metro area, you could to kind of on the affordability side of things get a lot more house in Westminster, and then be able to commute to Denver or Boulder, vice versa, whatever it might be. But it is literally like smack dab right in the middle. You got 36 that goes right through it. So that's so nice having that accessibility. It's also close to everything else. So other videos that we've mentioned, Broomfield, boom, it touches with Broomfield right there. Thornton is right across I-25 from it. Northglenn, we haven't mentioned Northglenn yet in any of our videos, but there's all these cities that are like, Westminster's is like in the middle of all of them. It's so easily accessible. And even the local roads, 120th, Sheridan, all that stuff, they're all such large roads that it's so easy to always be near and around Westminster. It's just, it's crazy just how centrally located it is to everything in the Denver Metro North. Yeah, I think that is for the Denver Metro North, our specific area that we touch on a lot. It is dead center, really, in it. Yeah, it is. It's awesome. Some other things that we really didn't highlight in our top 3 is, like I said, the parks. They have some great parks, like Westminster Park. It's a huge park. They always do events there. They have bands. They have different festivals and stuff. But it's a real huge park. It's right next to Church Ranch. They have the Marriott. They have all that stuff in there. They have a disc golf course over there. They have baseball fields. Westminster's
really good about just kind of make sure you have stuff for the community to do, right? They're really good about giving back to the community to make sure that they have their green field, their parks. They have plenty of events to do. They have rec centers. I think they just built a third one, so they have 3 rec centers that you could always go to, easily accessible. So there's so many great things about Westminster that, and I might be biased because, like I said, I grew up there, but I just think Westminster as a whole is a great place to live in general. So.
A lot of people choose Westminster if they want to be close enough to both the cities, or a lot of people will make the commute and it's just 15-20 minutes either way.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's starting to get to that point too where we mentioned before, is like a little closer to Denver, you have all these scrapes going on and such, and now my dad's literally just had a scrape happen a few houses down from him. So all those scrapes that were in the popular areas, the Highlands, High-Low, Rhino, that's all kind of going on these outside of these cities now. And so when she starts seeing that, that there's some serious crap that's going to be happening in that area, and that city is becoming really popular for the Denver metro area. So,
Yep.
All right. Cool, guys. Well, great that we could really highlight the 3 great reasons to move to Westminster. Like I said, I'm probably a little biased because I did grow up there, but it's overall a great place to live. The affordability, we mentioned Westminster Downtown, and then also the accessibility. 3 really great reasons. I highly recommend that you check out some of the drone footage and stuff that we have that's kind of overlooking the area. Some of this B-roll that we got playing for you as we're talking right now. So one thing that's really big about us is if you have an area that you want us to highlight or you want us to cover, hit us up. Throw us a text or a call at the phone number that you can see right below. Thumbs up or subscribe. Reach out to us. Throw us an email. Let us know what you want to see about the Denver Metro North area, and we are more than happy to come in and do a video just for you so you could really get more familiar with an area that you're looking at.
Yeah, I moved a lot, everybody. So if there's a place that you want to know about, most likely Peter and I have lived there. So we want to be your resource here for real estate and all the surrounding areas. We want to be your family and your go-to.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So until the next video, please check out a few of our other videos. We have a few in here. And like I said, subscribe, do whatever you need to do to kind of get this channel blown up a little bit more. So have a good one. And until next time, we love you.
Bye.